Alexander Bonnyman Jr. was born 2 May 1910 in Atlanta, Georgia, and his family moved to Knoxville, Tennessee when he was a baby. Bonnyman attended Princeton University, where he studied engineering and played football. Dropping out of college after his sophomore year, he signed up for the Army Air Corps and entered flight training in June 1932. He was discharged 3 months later by reason of flying deficiency, though his career was rated as excellent. He then worked in the coal industry before moving to New Mexico, where he started a copper mining business. At the outbreak of World War II, Bonnyman was exempt from any military obligation due to his role in running a company producing strategically vital material for the war effort. Nevertheless, he enlisted in the Marine Corps as a private in Phoenix, Arizona, and received his recruit training at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California. In October 1942, Bonnyman sailed for the South Pacific aboard the SS Matsonia and distinguished himself at the Battle of Guadalcanal as part of a Marine Pioneer Unit. In February 1943, he received a battlefield commission to the rank of second lieutenant in recognition of what his superiors described as exceptional leadership skills. Bonnyman's civilian background, temperament, and skills would come to play an important role during the Battle of Tarawa in November 1943, where he was assigned to a shore party handling beachhead logistics. When the assault troops were pinned down by heavy enemy artillery fire at the seaward end of the Long Batio Pier, on his own initiative, Bonnyman organized and led 5 Marines over the open pier to the beach. There, he voluntarily obtained flamethrowers and demolitions and directed the blowing up of several hostile installations. On the second day of the struggle, Bonnyman, determined to breach the enemy's strong defensive line, led a demolition team of 21 Marines in an assault on the entrance to a huge bomb-proof shelter which contained approximately 150 Japanese soldiers. The enemy position was about 40 yards forward of the Marine lines. Bonnyman advanced his team to the mouth of the position and killed many of the defenders, and his team was forced to withdraw to replenish its supply of ammunition and grenades. Bonnyman again pressed his attack and gained the top of the structure, thereby flushing more than 100 of its occupants into the open, where they were cut down by Marine infantry and supporting tanks. When the Japanese returned fire, Bonnyman stood on the forward edge of the position and killed 3 of the attackers, but was himself killed as he ordered more charges brought forward. The battle continued for another 10 to 15 minutes, with all of the Japanese defenders flushed out. Of Bonnyman's original assault party of 21 Marines, 13 survived. Batio Island was declared secure on the same day. The remains of 36 Marines, including those of Bonnyman, were interred in a battlefield cemetery whose location was lost by the end of the war. The cemetery was located in March 2015 by History Flight Incorporated, a Florida-based nonprofit that has recovered more than 70 sets of now identified remains from Batio. Bonnyman's grandson, Clay Bonnyman Evans, a volunteer with History Flight, was present when Lieutenant Bonnyman's remains were exposed on 28 May 2015 and exhumed on 29 May, and he recorded the recovery via video and still photographs. Evans' book, Bones of My Grandfather, Reclaiming a Lost Hero of World War II, which recounts his grandfather's life story and the history of the recovery efforts, was published 10 July 2018. On 26 July 2015, the bodies were repatriated in the United States, arriving at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam in Honolulu, Hawaii. On 27 August 2015, Bonnyman's remains were identified, and on 25 September, he was returned to his childhood home of Knoxville, Tennessee. He was interred with full military honors and an overflight of Marine Corps Cobra helicopters in missing man formation next to his parents and siblings at West Knoxville's Berry Highland Memorial Cemetery on 27 September. As always, stay salty, Devils, Semper Fi, and carry on.